When it comes to architectural beauty, diversity, strength, and elegance, nothing beats natural stone. The sheer bulk of stone, though, has of course limited the potential uses around the home. Until now. The fireplace is absolutely magnificent. I love it. The only problem is, one of those stones is like 3,000 pounds. If I put it in my house, I think I'd collapse my whole house. Yeah. I want to use stone in my house. What can I do?
Well, you're absolutely right. We're dealing with oversized material on this fireplace, but the advancements in our business have taken us to thin veneer. Thin veneer we're cutting down to 1 3/8, and it's usable throughout the home.
Bill Carter and Brad Mercourt own Montana Rockworks. It's an architectural and landscape stone supplier. Now, Bill says that new saw technology cuts through the weight, width, structural and cost limitations and allows homeowners and builders to use real stone in places they never thought possible.
Well, gosh, the applications really are non-ending. Anywhere that you would have used another material, be it paint or sheetrock or wallpaper, you can now use thin veneer.
Would you believe a shower, a small bathroom, a hallway? All that's possible now thanks to thin veneer. Now, thin veneer is quarried exactly the same way as architectural stone. Then it's sliced into faces that are 1 3/8 thick. That removes up to about 70% of the weight, eliminating the need for structural reinforcement. Plus, you get the look of full-thickness stone without taking up the space. Bill, this is kind of a surprise. You've put the veneer stone on the entry of the house.
Well, and the thin veneer actually solved a spatial problem for us. If we would have used full-thickness stone here, it would have encroached too close to the doorways. So, by using less space, we were able to put in a double door.
Problem solved. And get this, thin veneer fits the green model. Shipping costs are slashed compared to full-thickness stone. It's easier to install, and there's zero maintenance. No repainting walls or residing the house ever. All these points add up to one thing. Real stone is a naturally chic upgrade, and that's worth every dime.
When you have a permanent product on your house, something that's not going to wear out, something that's not going to fade, something that you don't have to paint, it's the real McCoy.
One more green aspect. Thin veneer utilizes much more of the natural resource than ever before. So less waste here equals more beauty here. So where can you purchase thin veneer? Well, try your local masonry supplier, or go to MontanaRockworks.com for a dealer near you. There are several sizes, styles, and grades available, like for example this stacked stone in 1 to 3 inch heights, or this ledge stone in a full range of heights from 1 to 10 inches.
The nice thing about real stone is it actually gains color with age. You will actually, once it's exposed to the natural environment and it works with the ultraviolet rays of the sun, it will patina and gain color, not lose color.
If you're looking for a unique way to increase the value of your home, remember something, thin is in.
Thin veneer will let you accessorize your house throughout.
One of the top trends in home design today, the use of natural materials, stone in particular. But did you ever wonder how something that took 750 million years to create gets from here to here? Well, for starters, you have to move mountains.
What we're doing is we're pulling the formation apart, and what we're trying to do is extract the rock as smoothly as possible. We want to keep it intact. And really what we're after is the straight edges. And if you look around in this quarry, that's what we're fortunate to have is rock with a lot of geometric shapes, squares and rectangles, and then the straight edges are what we're using to cut our veneer stone.
Bill Carter and Brad Mercourt own Montana Rockworks, the country's premier supplier of architectural and landscape stone. Quarried in the beautiful Rocky Mountains, the Big Sky is the limit on choice stone that continues to grow in popularity.
The argillite formation lends itself to not only colors that are very attractive to customers around the country, but also shapes and sizes. And what's real unique to this formation is the square and rectangular shapes.
This is McGregor Lake stone, which has some very defining qualities.
And some of the things that make it spectacular are the color. The beautiful golden browns and grays, and then there's a dendrite pattern in the rock, which is sort of like a fossil pattern. Kind of looks like almost a fern-like in the rock, and it really just makes it unique.
The stone is excavated as carefully as possible to keep large pieces and straight edges intact.
We start with really big block rock like this, which goes from large structural retaining walls right down to your hand-stacked garden wall size material, again to your masonry veneer. So when using this rock on a project, you can blend it all the way through and have that consistency throughout.
We'll show you the next step a few miles away at the Castle Rock Quarry.
And what's the difference between Castle Rock and McGregor Lake?
Both Castle Rock and McGregor Lake are of the same geology and the same formation. Basically, the only difference between the two is you get a difference in color. Here you're going to get more of the earth tones of the browns, tans and grays, whereas at McGregor you're going to get more of the golds with some of the tans and grays mixed in with it.
Large stone is shaped into smaller, customized pieces, then loaded into pallets. Some of this rock will go to rock yards and job sites around the country as full thickness stone, while some will be transported down the mountain to the saw shop. This is where the product that's revolutionizing the way people use stone throughout their homes is cut into thin veneer.
In this particular rock here, how many times will you cut this rock?
You know, what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to cut it as many times as possible and get as much face value. So we're at least going to get a minimum of 2, and we could get up to 4 faces off of this rock.
And that's one of the ways Montana Rockworks fits the green model of using more while wasting less.
And then ultimately, when we do have a byproduct, we're even crushing that and creating excellent road building base or landscape bedding materials. So we're finally to the point of achieving our goal, and that's total utilization of the resource.
Geologists estimate this mountain will continue to produce natural stone for hundreds of years to come. No wonder home builders and remodelers everywhere have this resounding response. Rock on!